Hello, welcome to the first day of our winter snowy scene project. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start by writing my name on the back of my paper, and then I'm going to turn it over and we can get started. Oh, it's got some smears on it. That's all right. I'm not going to worry about that too much. We're going to be starting by making what's called a tone. Now, a tone means you're adding white to something. But actually, I'm going to start by adding white right to the middle. It's going to be like a full moon in the middle of the scene. So you don't really see it yet. But as we are adding the white to the exterior, you will start to see it. So I'm just starting with a circle in the middle. And we're going to be making this monochromatic. So I chose 3 colors, white, blue, and purple. And you might say to yourself, wait, Mrs. Hansberry, monochromatic means one color. True. We are making one tone actually. So blue and purple make kind of an indigo. So you can use them both together or one or the other. It's completely up to you. So if I were to make, I'm just going to say I'm going to make it mostly blue. I'm going to just start dipping it a little bit in the blue, and then it's going to mix right on the paper. How cool that looks. And I might say, okay, that got a little dark a little too quick. That's a pretty rich blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just dip it right back into the white, and over that first layer, I'm going to go back over it, and I'm making a tone. A tone is any color plus white, which makes it a variation of that color. So I want it to go from light to dark. So around the edges are going to be the darkest. Okay, and I'm going to say that looks pretty good. So I'm going to leave that interior. And if you wanted a smaller circle, you can do that too. So you're going to be adding a color. Wow, that's really too dark. You want to see if you can get it to graduate and go one color at a time. You don't want it to be real dark in the beginning, because when you get to the edges, you're going to have a hard time getting it that color. So you're pretty much going to go back and forth between using the white and the blue. Now, you're not going to need to wash out your brush. And like I said, if you wanted to do it like a indigo, you can do the purple and the blue together, and you make a color like that. That's a real nice color too. And I'm going to lighten that up again. So I'm not sure I'm happy with how dark that showed up already. And I'm going to keep on going until I'm happy with the color that I have now. I'm going to make it real dark. Wow, that's really way too dark. And I'm going to lighten it up. And it should get gradually a little bit darker each time as you're going out. And you're going to cover your entire page. I don't want to spend your whole class period watching me do this, but it should definitely blend in. You might say this color here kind of looks the same, so then you just add a little bit more dark to the edges. So as you're going out, you're going to be adding more darks to it. And like I said, you don't have to do just blue, you don't have to do just purple. I think night skies typically look like they're blue and purple. And what we're actually making, in case you're wondering, because I don't know that I actually showed you or told you about it, we are making a winter snowy scene that is at night under full moon. So that's why we have this white circle in the middle, and I'm being careful not to go back over that area. If I go back over that area, what's going to happen, do you think? It's going to turn blue, and it's not going to go back to the color I want it to be. So anytime you want to make it lighter, you just add that white, and it automatically makes it lighter. It's easier to go lighter, except for when you're trying to keep something white. If you want to keep something white, you just let it go. And I'm going to be careful not to touch this area in here, because I don't want to change that. I think I kind of like the way it's looking in it. And I'm actually going to leave this part, that plain blue color. I kind of like that. Like I said, I don't want to waste my whole time, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up this whole page with color. It's fun to blend colors. Blending colors is one of my favorite things to do and to teach children about. And if you can blend them to make it go from light to dark, that's actually a bonus. I want you to have fun. I want you to enjoy the process because it is cool. And it's going to end up looking like a snowy scene. Next week we're going to add more detail, but today we're only focusing on just this monochromatic background. And monochromatic means one color, which is what we're using. It's like an indigo, blue, purple, even though I have it separate. And it's also white. You can always add white or black to any color, which makes it lighter or darker. And we're not going to actually use black to make the edges darker. We're just going to use the color itself straight up. Okay, well, I'm going to stop it there so you have an opportunity to try it. I do want you to reach the edges when you're done. Have a great day.